Anime. Webster's definition is the style of animation originating in Japan that is characterized by colorful graphics depicting vibrant characters, etc. To me, a style of show so intriguing and so different, unlike anything I've ever seen before. Very well done. The main focus, however, is someone like me, who likes something such as this. An ordinary black kid who's been fascinated with the style of anime for a very long time. Which is why I titled this documentary, Prevalence of Anime in the Black Community, to show how big anime is within the black community and why we enjoy it so much. You are going to be listening to numerous college students and their experiences as well as their interest in the style of anime. But first, you get to learn a little bit about me and how I came to love anime. The first anime I've ever seen was Cowboy Bebop. The reason why I was attracted to Cowboy Bebop was because every single character was flawed in their own way, yet somehow very unique to come together to make a team.
Yo, headphone boy, take them off! Hey!
How much is this?
With its westernized themes, styled up jazz, and fast-paced moments, the show quite left an impression on me as a child. Plus, who really can say that they didn't like Ed? Anime most definitely has had its influence on the black community. Because we don't really see a lot of black cartoons on television, we turn to anime.
I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual.
Aaron McGruder's Boondocks has always shown its interest within primarily anime and also Star Wars references.
I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the...
Growing up, rap has always been one of my favorite genres. Even now, the prevalence of anime is beginning to reveal itself within multiple rappers, using clever punchlines and multiple anime references within their lyrics.
Naruto, Nine-Tail, Fox, I feel like a Gucci ad-lib.
I kill him, no Coney, these niggas ain't homies. Claim you the homie, I turn into Broly.
The verbal Ronin, a wanted man, don the number 2 headband in a game that's full of the empty 7 clan and empty 7 cans and whoop ass on any man planning a challenge, get blown up like the challenger by the Gallagher.
I asked students at St. Louis University with what their favorite shows are and if they can remember the first one they saw. Not to my surprise, a lot of my responses came out as this.
I would say my favorite anime show is Naruto.
My favorite anime would probably have to be Naruto.
Naruto Shippuden. And that is in past also.
Yeah, well, my favorite anime show was Naruto. Let me switch my answer. I think everyone's done Naruto. So let me be original.
Middle school to high school, like it was still going on. From a young teenager to a classified adult at 18, I was still watching this show.
It's been going on for so long and just so many episodes, and it's just relatable, and I think that's just one of the reasons that's my favorite.
Okay, yeah. So I know a lot of people like Naruto, but there were a lot of other responses as well.
My all-time favorite anime, and I'm talking like all-time, is Full Metal Alchemist.
So as for my favorite anime, I already know what it is. It's obviously One Piece. She doesn't like it as much, specifically because like the characters.
No, it's because the art style. The art style is too funky for me. I'm like, I can't. I tried.
Among that, I would definitely say Full Metal Alchemist, Bleach, Akame Got Killed, Soul Eater. So I mean, I've watched a lot.
Favorite anime shows are Death Note and Fairy Tail. I also really like Aishiteru's Baby. That is actually the first anime I've ever seen. I was like, I don't know, 7.
So my favorite anime show is actually the first one that I saw. It's Bleach.
Well, one of the first animes I kind of got introduced to were Dragon Ball Z. It kind of played on Cartoon Network on the weekends. I didn't really know what it was. I was like in middle school.
I believe my first anime, it would have had to been like Yu-Gi-Oh. I grew up with 2 older brothers. One especially, my older brother Leroy, he used to draw. He was definitely into like Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, all of that.
First anime that I think it would be One Piece.
The first anime that I saw was Pokemon. Like most kids my age, at least.
It was either Naruto or Inuyasha.
Oh, it wasn't Bleach?
Or Bleach. It was one of those three. But I don't know, if you want to consider Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh as anime, then I technically that would have been like the first time I got into it.
I think I love anime just because it's appealing to a young audience.
It's just different from cartoons like SpongeBob or Kids Next Door. Like it was just something different. Especially like, when I got older, when I got to high school, you get that downtime where you looking for something to watch on Netflix, or you're just looking for something to watch to pass the time. And anime is just something, it catches your attention.
So when I was younger, we used to watch cartoons, but what the difference about anime is that the stories are so in depth.
It's action, it's colorful, it's drama, it's emotional. Sometimes it's a lot of stories about finding your way in life, or becoming an adult, or becoming more responsible. And that's a lot of things that I think young people can relate to, like in their favorite characters or their favorite animes as well.
For me, I feel like anime is very much it's very deep. Like it kind of goes into depth, and a lot of it is a lot of tragedy, if you will. Like all their stories kind of start off like abandoned by family, or given super powers that have alienated them from the rest of everybody else, and stuff like that. Various shows, One Piece or Fairy Tale, things of that nature. And it kind of relates to, or I feel like it relates to my life. Obviously, it's not the same. Like I don't have superpowers, anything like that. From tragedy to like hopeful type of situations. And I feel like Naruto for me it embodies that. And then it's not only the main characters have such complexity or background, but it's also like all the supporting characters as well have their own stories, have their own struggles. It's more creative than real life, but it also imitates real life in what the characters kind of go through.
They don't take you being a child for granted, right? So they take all of that imagination that you have and just put it on the screen. The drama, the thrill, the action, like it's all there, you know what I mean? So it just keeps your attention in a way that some other cartoons or just children's shows or even adult shows, it's able to keep your attention.
I just think that the drawing style is so interesting. Like when I was in middle school, I used to draw the characters all the time. I just really like the culture. I really think it's awesome. And then the shows, they usually have like some sort of deep meaning. Like they're not very boring. Like a lot of people look at anime and be like, what is this kid's show? Like what is this like for preschoolers? But honestly, you can really watch it at any age. Like it has an interesting meaning, and it's not like just rainbows and happiness. Like there's blood too, and guns and violence.
The main thing I look for in an anime is the plot development and the character development. I like all the action and stuff, but I really want to see like the main character develop over time and like see his character change and his morals and how he looks at like different aspects of life.
The action that takes place and the characters themselves, the characters like motto or like life philosophies.
Getting a little bit more serious within the topic, I always felt personally that me, as an African American, watching anime just didn't seem to be a very popular thing amongst the community. So I wanted to know if the same was felt by other black kids, as far as do they think or have the same feelings towards this idea that African Americans don't watch anime. I first asked the question on whether or not they feel that it is fairly common that people in the black community enjoy watching anime.
I haven't heard much about it. Like I don't have friends that watch it, and so it may be going on. Like black people may watch it, but it's not like talked about, or I don't know why that is, but it's just I haven't experienced that.
I would definitely say so. I don't think it's necessarily prevalent, but I think that just being young men in general, anime has just kind of been a part of just culture, and young men, young adolescents' lives, men and women. So
yes, I think it's common. When I got to high school, I think I watched like all of Naruto, all of Dragon Ball, and I came back to one of my friends and I was just like, hey, I watched this, have you seen it? And he looked at me like I was crazy. He's like, of course I've seen it. Like, have you seen this? Attack on Titan? Have you seen Hunter x Hunter? Akame got killed. And it just kept becoming more and more and more of a, I guess, a niche that I found out about. I would say every black friend I had in high school, all my friends, we all watched anime, whether it be different anime, the same anime. We all talked about it. We all like debated about it. It was just something just as common as like football or basketball.
I definitely think it's extremely prevalent in our culture. Most black people I know have seen at least like an episode of Naruto or Dragon Ball Z. I don't know why it's like so hidden away from our culture and like also looked down upon. Like people have to hide the fact that they watch these shows when realistically a lot of people do.
I feel for the most part that black people do like to watch anime. It's just that like step to get them to actually see it and find what type of anime they like, because like anime has a bunch of genres inside of it, and black people have to actually explore those genres to see which ones that they like, and then once they find their niche that they like, I feel like they will definitely like anime.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think people, at least black people, are becoming more open about their interest in anime. Because I know it used to be like, oh, you're into anime? Like, you weird. Like, what you doing? Like you a nerd. And like, anime fans still have that stigma, but I think it's super cool for people in the black community to get into anime. Because like, we know what's up. Like, this is so cool. People are sleeping on it, so.